How do I look? Testing. So it's 2025 and you plan on purchasing a camera, whether it is you're just going into photography, video making, or you want to advance from your smartphone and start making better content, and you're in the market for getting a full frame camera. I will recommend to you the Panasonic Lumix S5 first generation. I'm Chevaughn Beckford, and let me tell you why I always recommend this camera as a first choice for anyone on a budget looking to buy a full frame camera. Let's go. The first reason right off the bat is the price. When I got my Panasonic Lumix S5 back in 2021, this camera was released in 2020 by the way, so it's officially 5 years old. I paid $2,200 for mine with the 20 to 60 millimeter kit lens. That's a bit of a bummer to think about right now because I see this thing going for at least $1,200 on Amazon, brand new. The price fluctuates a lot on Amazon and other selling sites for this thing brand new. But if you go over to eBay, I see this thing selling currently for as low as $800 pre-owned with a very low shutter count. So you might want to look at it pre-owned, used, if you don't mind getting your gear pre-owned and used. I don't mind really, as long as it's in good condition and has no faults. Then the image quality. We all know the Panasonic Lumix S5 has amazing image quality and a lot of recording options for videos and takes stunning stills for photography shooters out there. So it's no slouch. A few features worth mentioning for this camera that sets it apart from a lot of cameras in its class, even being released today in the price bracket, are dual SD card slot, able to shoot 6K ProRes RAW with the Atomos Ninja V external recorder. Yes, ProRes RAW in 6K. It shoots anamorphic and de-squeeze the anamorphic videos internally within the camera. Has one of the best IBIS to date for its price range. Yeah, Panasonic cameras have some really good image stabilization built in. What I also like about this camera is it shoots 4K internally, cinema 4K, 4K up to 4K 60, but you have the 1.5 crop whenever you go to 50 and 60 frames per second, but you get the full frame readout at 24 and 30 frames per second in 4K, shoots 4K 422 10-bit, and it's long up. It's not all I like what my Panasonic Lumix S5 2X, the camera recording this, shoots, but what I like about that is, for me, back when I got this camera, I was mainly making videos for social media, and even my clients, when they're making videos, they will be posting it on social media. So long up was pretty good for that purpose, and also the file size weren't tremendously large compared to what I'm getting from my Lumix S5, and I was still getting 4K 10-bit 422 colors, which handled color grading pretty well. Vlog is very nice for color grading. I have no problem with Vlog. Amazing color signs, and everything looks lovely when you get to color grade and add your creative touch. Lovely. Also, it's a 24 megapixel camera, so not too much and not too little. Perfect for getting high quality stills if you're a professional photographer, and also just good enough to get amazing videos. Not too much to reduce the amount of light touching each pixel on the sensor to remove noise and artifacts. So 24 is the sweet spot. I love that. And also, with the S5, the original one, it's not overly sharpened like what a lot of people complain about on the S5 II and the S5 2X. A lot of people say it's a tad bit too sharp. So right now I'm using a mist filter on my S5 2X to cut down some of the sharpness, so I have a more flattering look, something more subtle, not overly digital, but I still want it to look sharp so I can be in focus and you see the detail of whatever it is I have in my shot. This looks really flattering, and it's similar to the S1H. the big boy back then for video capturing. Even right now, I don't see any S1H Mark II. The closest so far would be the S1 II, but who knows, maybe there will be an S1H Mark II. The S1H Mark II had the optical low pass filter, which helps to reduce things like moire, and it gave the image a flattering look. This is as close we get to that look from most Lumix cameras since the S1H, and I like that. Now, as I said before, if you pair it with the Atomos Ninja V, you get 6K external and ProRes RAW. A lot of cameras today still don't offer those features, and a lot of people complain about the autofocus. It was usable for me as a YouTuber who set the camera up, sit in front of it and capture videos. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pain sometimes, especially when compared to my current S5 2X right now. Like, look at this. This autofocus is good. Back to my face, go to the hand, back to my face, go to the Lumix S5. Look at that. Back to my face. I am now recording this video on the Panasonic Lumix S5 2X, baby. The autofocus is sticking to my face. If I put this baby up to the screen, look at that. It's going to the camera, back to my face. Go to the camera, back to my face. Go to the camera, back to my face. Oh my God, I've waited 2 years. 2 years to have that feature on a Lumix camera. This camera would struggle with that, but it was usable. And if you want the utmost best autofocus, you could always pair it with the DJI LiDAR focus system, which would even turn your cinema lens into full-on autofocus lenses and would be very, very accurate, as it would use distance 3D tracking with lasers compared to phase detection, tracking like movements in a frame. So as I mentioned before, with the deal, the price it's going for right now, even brand new, pre-owned, it's a sweet steal for the specs, features it is offering. Whether you're a photographer or a filmmaker, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even advanced, because I'm advanced and I still use this baby right here, I will always recommend the Panasonic Lumix S5, even more now than ever because of the price. It's pretty sweet getting a camera with so many features for $800. So if you found this video informative and interesting, feel free to hit the like button and the subscribe button so I can continue making more Lumix content for you guys. Chevaughn Beckford, and I'm signing out Lumix style. Peace.